You know, when you go into nursing, it's like you go from never having experienced anything like it before, living, eating, and sleeping and breathing nursing. And there's a lot of toddlers that I get, and one of the most satisfying things is taking a toddler who's screaming because they're afraid and they don't know what's happening, and incorporating some element of play into my assessment, into my care, that helps them to feel more comfortable. My name is Heath. I graduated in 2019 from Polytechnic with a Bachelor of Science in Nursing. So I'm a registered nurse and I work in a pediatric emergency department at BC Children's Hospital. No 2 days are alike, really. A lot of our nurses do many different roles, like they might start off at triage and then in the afternoon they're at bedside and whatnot. So every day is kind of different and kind of flexible. So I'm a bedside nurse, so I'm typically in charge of 4 different patients at one time, and they're kind of my responsibility for the day. And then I might have some kids that go home, some kids that get admitted up to the unit. It's also a really unique place because we serve the entire province of BC. So we often have children flown down from really rural communities as well, because we're so specialized to deal with the pediatric population. And we have all of those resources available to us. We often see families that come from all over BC. Really, when the pandemic started, it was like every day I would show up at work and there would be a new list of things to learn, a new list of changes, and really kind of troubleshooting a lot of complex procedures that involve many different working parts. Now we've kind of come to a place where we've kind of worked out a lot of the kinks. It really has been involving a lot of communication to figure out how everyone can go about things in a safe way. So yeah, it's just been a lot of changes. Every day there's new things to learn, new things to kind of develop and change, so it's a lot. My program was 4 years long. It was a Bachelor of Science in Nursing, so it was a full 4 years. It included an even balance, I would say, of theory courses and practical experience as well. Because of our small class size, I really learned how to work in a team. Pretty much all of my assignments were in groups, and I might have had 4 different group assignments at one time with completely different groups. So I really had to kind of keep track of who was on my team and how to work in that team. In my job today, teamwork is essential. Communication is essential, and how we communicate can make or break how that situation goes. And I think it's really invaluable that I learned how to work in a team. At the beginning of my degree, we had courses where we were able to access the labs in our school. And so our labs were set up like a hospital unit, and we kind of went through the most common skills that I would have to do as a nurse. Every week we would be in the lab practicing a new skill, and then we would go into the hospital and do it in real life on a real person. Things like priming an IV line, setting up how to do medications through an IV, changing dressings, there was giving immunizations, different things like that. Well, what I like most about my Polytechnic is having access to instructors who were nurses themselves and having personal relationships with them really helped me to kind of make my way into the career in a variety of ways. You know, all their wisdom and medical knowledge and that kind of thing, but I also really had a lot of emotional support going into a career that's as challenging as nursing is.